Hey everyone, welcome back to part 2 of my Spider-Man Ultimate Bridge battle. So today the first thing that we're going to do is we have to reduce the width of this by 2 studs. It's funny because I was watching the video back as I was editing, and in the very beginning I say we have to extend this piece by 6 studs, and then later in the video I say oh yeah, we extended it by 8 studs. So I dropped the ball somewhere in there, but not that big of a deal. We're going to go ahead and shrink this down a little bit. So we have to redo the front plates here and redo the plates for this one here. So we're going to take care of this section first. Then once we get that locked down, then we'll stretch this one out. And then we can move on to our supports, and that's really the last big thing is rebuilding the supports to hold up this beast. So let's go ahead and get into it. Okay, quick update. So we have finished this side of the bridge. We increased the height of it by about 4 bricks, and then we beefed up the column here. I made it 3 wide, put a little bit of slope and arch in there just to give it a little more detail, and that's on both sides, and you can see the difference. So this is the narrower tower, and you can see the height on it. So I think once we kind of zoom out here and you see both towers on either side with the cable running back and forth, I think it's going to look really nice. And this is the best angle. That's the best angle that you're getting right there coming onto the bridge. So I think that's gonna look really great. Very excited about it. All right, so we have finished our towers. We've increased the width of the columns down here on the bottom. They were originally 2 studs wide, and we increased that to 3 studs wide. We raised this up by about 4 bricks. And then we widened the entire tower here by about 6 studs, so you can get a better look down the bridge. Went ahead and placed some of our Marvel vehicles on here. We've got the Daily Bugle taxi, Ant-Man's van. This is the 8 stud wide delivery van from Spider-Man Homecoming. And then we've got the Ghost Rider's car. So I think they all look pretty decent. Even the 8 stud wide van, a little bit wider, but I don't think it's unrealistic. I think it looks okay. So very happy with this. Now we're gonna jump into upgrading our supports. These little things are not gonna cut it anymore. Just holding up this monster of a bridge. So that's next. All right, so this is the original size of the support for the original build. When you put 2 of the models together, you'll have 4 of these that kind of run in this orientation. This is kind of the size that I'm thinking. You know, we did double the length of the bridge, and we increased the width by about 40%. We even doubled the height of the bridge. So I think beefier supports like this, you know, running in this orientation here, I think 4 of those would look really nice. It's maybe a little bit too big, but I think I'm gonna play around with a couple designs and see if we can't find something that we can that we have enough parts for one, and that looks proportionate. All right, so we've been working on this bridge support for about an hour now, and this is, I think, going to be what we're going to roll with for right now. We may modify this design some in the future, but it's inspired by Hachiroku 24's build of the Avenger bridge battle scene. So he has a ton of amazing mocks on YouTube. Definitely check him out. But we sifted through the parts that we had, and we came up with something very similar to his design. So I really like the way this looks. I think it's going to do well for the bridge. So this is the original bridge support. So you can see it's an increase of, you know, around 4 bricks. But I'm going to grab the bridge, and I've mocked up another support that's the same height, and just throw it on there so we can see kind of what it looks like. And it's going to take me a while to see if I even have enough pieces to do this design the entire way across. So let's grab the bridge. All right, so we have placed this support on there, and I think it looks really nice from certain angles, but once you get straight on with it, it looks really narrow. So now that's not the biggest problem in the world, because this is not going to be finally placed in our Lego City for a while. It's just going to be sitting up in our cabinet. But I would like to increase the width of this. So we'll probably take one of these panels, stick that in the side here, just to make it a little beefier. But that's going to come in part 3 of the video. We're going to have to place some bricklink orders for some of these pieces here, as well as these pieces here. I really like this design, but as far as slopes, I don't have a ton that are going to work for this project. So I don't want to change the design. I really like the way it looks. I've been a big fan of this design for the last 1.5 years or so, since that video has been put on YouTube. So I really love this. We're going to stick with that, place some bricklink orders, and then we'll be back with part 3 sometime soon. So part 3 will be us building the other 3 of these support columns, and then part 4 will most likely be us placing all of our minifigures. We're going to put Sandman on here with a nice build of his hand, maybe him throwing like a taxi or a car. I really want to do an awesome scene on here, so I think we're headed in the right direction. I really am pleased with the way this has came out so far. But if you have enjoyed this video, go ahead and drop a like, comment, subscribe, and we will see you on the next one. Bye-bye.